Hi, this is Elizabeth Houlihan, your upline double diamond with It Works Global. I am hanging out here on Drummond Island, and you're hearing all kinds of ski jets in the background. And this is all about Phase 2 plug-in. And I'm going to tell you something. This is where your business accelerates. We're going to go back to the 3 steps of success, and I'm going to hold you accountable. Where are you at with your 3 steps to success? Have you run your $80 auto ship? Do you have product on hand that you can use? How many launch events have you done? Have you completed what we see as the basic first 7 to 10 days of your business? Do you have your 4 loyal customers? Because guess what? If you have your 4 loyal customers in place in your first 30 days, you're going to get $120 worth of free product. You've also earned yourself 2 wrap rewards at $25 a piece, and you have turned on the switch for you to earn fast start bonuses on the people that you enroll. So maybe by the time you're watching this, you've completed step 2, which is wrap for free, and you're on your way to step 3, which is the $500 guarantee. So this is where we're going to really put the pedal to the metal, guys, and we're going to start pushing it forward. So I want to make sure that you plug in at the level that you're ready to plug in. And this just doesn't mean technology. This means you plugging into a very duplicatable training system. So, first of all, how far have you gotten in your e-suite? Have you completed your training? How many product videos have you done? And this is all part of plugging in and following the system. When you plug in and you watch the training videos, whether it's managing your business or learning about the product or learning how to do the party pad, you guys are following the same steps that the top money earners in the company follow. I'm going to give you a little insider note. Cammie Dempsey, the #1 money earner in the company, she's also a black diamond with the company, which means that she earns over $100,000 per month. Yeah, it's amazing. She used to be a school teacher. And so what they did to make this so simple is that when they came out with the Party Pad, which is the book that we all use, and if you're not using the Party Pad, you're not plugged in. You need to use the Party Pad because the Party Pad takes you step by step in presenting the product, then you flip it over and you present the business. But because Cammie was a school teacher, what she did is she made sure that the Party Pad has notes. So if you go into your e-suite and you look under Party Pad, there's a whole section of notes that you print out. So I'm going to encourage you to do this. Go to your e-suite, go to Documents, put in the word Party Pad into the white box, and it will come up Party Pad Notes. When you do that, you're going to be able to cut and paste, literally, cut out the Party Pad notes and put them in your book. How easy is that, guys? That's part of plugging in. It's not recreating the wheel. It's plugging into a system that's already there. So make sure that you're using your Party Pad and make sure that you've printed out your Party Pad notes. Now, next, I would encourage you to make sure that you are plugged into some sort of social media that allows you to reach out to the people that you know. A lot of us use Facebook. Some people use Twitter. Some people use LinkedIn. Some people use Instagram. Some people use whatever. Goodness knows every month there's a new one that comes out. But wherever you have a majority of people, plug into that, guys. Start posting things about life and health and before and after pictures that are corporate approved, because that's what you want to use as corporate approved pictures on that social media. So, plug in, guys. Take what you see that has been done by the people before you and plug in and do what they are doing. Also, I want to make sure that you know that when you use pictures, that you use corporate approved pictures in social media. If you use a picture that's not corporate approved, you have to have the person whose picture it is, their body in the picture, you have to have a signed release to use that picture. So, just follow it. Plug it in. Use the pictures that they have. They have phenomenal pictures. So, the other thing I want to make sure that you guys know is that when you get plugged into the Sunday night team calls, you're going to hear updates on things like the policies and procedures. And those policies and procedures are updated every couple months. So make sure that you are looking at your news, because we get news drops at least once a week. It's called What's New with It Works. When that comes to your email, make sure that you open it up and you read it. And if you see there's a new section to policies and procedures, make sure that you're printing that out. You're throwing the old one out and putting the new one in. Okay? So make sure that you know that you're reading those policies and procedures. Because a lot of people are using social media, which I very much encourage, but there are rules of how to use social media and what is following procedures and what is not following policies and procedures. And goodness knows, you don't want to build yourself a distributorship, and because you went off and you did some sort of advertising or before and after pictures of someone else's body that you weren't supposed to, and you put it on some garage sale site, which we're not supposed to do, and don't do it because it's not compliant. If you go and you do that, boom, bada bing, bada boom, you get reported by compliance, and boom, your distributorship is gone. Don't go there. Don't build it on a shaky foundation. Know your policies and procedures and follow your policies and procedures, and that's part of Plugged In. Also, want to make sure that you are plugging into Lisa Fuller's training calls. She, many times, interviews the brand new diamonds, double diamonds, triple diamonds, the presidential diamonds in her group. Make sure that you are plugging into those calls because you will have access to see what other teams are doing. Guys, I am not the end-all be-all. I just happened to get in before you did. So why not plug into somebody who's been in longer than I have? Someone who's ahead of me, a triple, a presidential, an ambassador diamond. Plug into them, guys. This is one big happy family. It's called One Team, One Mission. So we want to make sure that you know that you can look at what other people are doing, give them recognition, say, hey, thanks, high five, can I use that idea? Once you get permission to use their idea, then go for it. Use it. Run with it, guys. That's what it's about, is collaboration. So that's part of plugging in. Another part is installing the mobile app, if you have an iPhone, or bookmarking inside your Android, our mobile app for It Works Global. When you have that, throw that to me, would you, Brian? When you have your mobile app, you have the ability to not only look at your group, but you have the ability to actually monitor your sales. You can place an order right here. You can also enroll a loyal customer right on your phone. And if you have somebody who doesn't know, what the importance of alkalizing your body is, then why not get Dr. Don on your phone with a mobile app? It's very easy to use. Also, this is something that I do, guys. I also use the pictures from corporate approved pictures when I'm in line and I'm blitzing somebody, because blitzing is part of plugging in. When you blitz somebody, you give them our corporate approved cards, and it has like a before and after picture on it, and I hand it to them, and they'll go, what's that? And I'll say, this is what it is, and they flip it over, and as soon as they flip it over, because they flip it over and it says, this is what it does, I have my phone ready, and I go, yeah, these are some of the other before and after pictures, and I just let them zing. I hand them my phone, and they are zinging through the pictures, looking at all the corporate before and afters. It's a great way to use the mobile app, guys. You don't have to worry about fumbling with a photo book. Use a tool that you already have. It's an incredible way to plug in. Also, you can also stand in line at the grocery store, and I have done this many a time. I've got 5 minutes, I'm waiting in line, there's like 20 people in front of me, and I'm watching a training video right there on my phone. Yeah, in Walmart. And guess what? Someone next to me overhears it, and they overhear something that may be interesting to them. Yeah, I hand them a blitz card. This is what it is. This is what it does. Guys, it is so easy. Plug into the technology that's available. Another way that you can get plugged in is through the trainings. The trainings. If you were a rapologist or some fitness expert or somebody who had done network marketing before, you may know some part of this equation to be successful at It Works. But if you've never been a successful It Works distributor before, then there's some part of it that you need to learn. Just like I had to learn. I had been in network marketing before, but I had never done anything with wraps. I knew something about supplements, but guys, we all need to be in a position of remaining humble and understanding that we need to learn. So plugging into the training is really essential. I always tell people, if you go and you know what the person is training, then you better be practicing because you're getting ready to train. And part of the ways that you can see that you're successfully training is by the size of your group. If you are successfully training, your group will be growing and thriving. So I'm going to tell you something. I got started within the first month or two. We had a beginnings of a group. By month 3, we were like, holy cats, where'd all these people come from? I had not been to a regional training. And you know what? I think that my business probably could have grown faster if I would have gone to a regional training. And it wasn't like I was thinking that I was too good to go. It was just that I thought, you know what? I'm too busy. I'm working a full-time job. I have a family at home. My kids are in sports. I'm driving 10 hours to work every week. I wasn't ready to plug in at that level yet. But this is what happened. When I started plugging into the regional trainings and going to things that Lisa Fuller was doing, and going to things that Sandy Duryea was doing, and going to things that Jody Busher was doing, and going to things that Angie Jockett was doing, and some of the other great trainers that they have out there. When I started attending those events and hearing the training and hearing other perspective guys, man, it took my business to a whole different understanding and level. Because you only know what you know. You don't know what other people know. So I would encourage you to get plugged into those trainings and make sure that you're watching, because most all of those trainings are available on a site that's called Eventbrite. So if you are plugging in people, and this is another plug-in, is One Team, One Missions. One Team, One Missions are when a triple diamond or above goes to a city and they host a big business opportunity meeting. And those One Team, One Missions are loaded into the corporate events calendar. And you can go to your e-suite. You can go to In the News. You can tap on In the News. Then it goes to all these different news events, and it always talks about what the next event is. And you can tap on that, and it takes you to a calendar. Open up the calendar and look at where they're going. They go to Texas. They go to California. They go to France. They go to Canada. They go to Michigan. They go to Ohio. They go to Florida. They go to Alabama. They go to Louisiana. They go to New York. They go to Tennessee. Everywhere. Where do you know people? Why don't you plug them into a One Team, One Mission? Plugging them into a One Team, One Mission gives you the ability to let them get in front of somebody who's had documented success, a triple diamond or higher with the company. Be great if you actually went there with them, sat there next to them, decided that you were going to stay there and help them get started. But you don't have to. What you can do is you can network through our group. If I don't know somebody in that area, we're going to go to somebody else to try to find somebody in Lisa Fuller's group who may know somebody there, who your friend can go and sit next to during that business opportunity meeting. Also, I'm going to tell you something else that I've done. I actually got somebody signed up as a loyal customer. Then I sent them to a One Team, One Mission. They were already using the product, and guess what? They signed up as a distributor after the One Team, One Mission. So it's a really, really, really effective tool. Also, on that corporate calendar, it talks about upcoming corporate events. We have things like boot camp. We usually do them anywhere between 3 to 5 times per year. The big one of the year is our conference. Those always happen in January. The one that's coming up next, because right now it is August of 2013. What happens is that in January, on January 16th and 17th, we're announcing it. The plane's going to land. And that's really close to us. The plane's going to land, and I think it's going to be Tampa, Florida this year is where we're going to have our conference. So don't miss it, guys. Decide. Just make a decision that you're going to go. There's going to be several thousand people there. They roll out new products. They roll out new promotions. It's absolutely essential to the success of your business for the next 12 months. When I went to my conference, and last year was my very first conference, I walked out of there and went, holy cats, what's my problem? Why am I only sitting at Diamond? Why don't I have like 20 people here with me? Guys, we had 6 of us at conference. 6 of us. That's it. 6 people went to conference in my group. I wonder what it's going to be like. What if you got 10 people to conference? What would your group be like? What if you got 20 people to conference? It's all up to you guys. It's about plugging in and getting your team plugged in. Now, one of the other questions I'm going to ask you is in regards to your e-suite. When you go to your e-suite, are you understanding how to look at your orders and how to track your team? Because that is how you chart each month to see how close you're getting to promotions. It's called charting. If you don't know how to plug into someone who's charting, make sure that you get with someone who does. I'm going to give you my information. I want you to either call me or email me or Facebook me. That's another thing. You need to make sure that you friend me on Facebook, because I want to be able to talk with you and answer any questions. And sometimes, if we aren't friended on Facebook, it goes to my other mailbox. And if it's in another mailbox, I don't know you, sometimes I might not answer it right away. So you need to friend me on Facebook. I'm listed as Elizabeth Curran Houlihan. It's Elizabeth, and then Curran is C-U-R-R-A-N, and then Houlihan. Make sure that you friend me. But I want to make sure that you guys are plugging into the e-suite, that you are looking at your group in the graphical downline, so that you know when you are getting close to promotions. I do not want any of you guys to miss out on any portion of the marketing plan, and part of plugging in is getting ready for Phase 3. And Phase 3, guys, is cash out. I'll see you there next.